Spoilers ahead. Watch out, and take care. The movie begins with Ward, a police officer, leading a seemingly idyllic life with his loving wife and daughter. However, Ward is haunted by recurring nightmares stemming from a past incident, where he was shot, but miraculously healed. Despite his recovery, the nightmares persist, leaving him perplexed. Ward's close friend and fellow officer, Nick, adds an intriguing twist to the story. He's not just an ordinary human, but an orc, resembling an alien, revealing a world where humans, orcs, and fairies coexist. As Ward grapples with his nightly terrors, the lines between reality and imagination blur. One fateful night, he dreams of Nick shooting him, prompting him to wake up in a cold sweat. His concerned daughter comforts him, leading to a heartfelt conversation about the dangers of his profession. She expresses her desire for him to quit the job, to ensure his safety, echoing the worries shared by Ward's wife. In an effort to safeguard his family, Ward, accompanied by Nick, takes his daughter to her grandmother's house. The emotional farewell from his daughter intensifies Ward's internal struggle between his duty as a police officer and the desire to protect his loved ones. Despite the reservations from his family, who view Nick as an untrustworthy orc, Ward insists that understanding and love can bridge the gap between humans and aliens. Determined to give Nick another chance, he leaves his daughter with her grandmother and heads to the police station with his orc companion. At the station, he faces skepticism from his colleagues, who question his decision to work alongside an orc. Concerns about the potential dangers and the perceived lack of a heart in aliens fuel the unease among the human officers. He, however, remains steadfast in his belief that relationships can overcome such differences. During a meeting where opinions clash, he contemplates the possibility of changing his partner. He approaches his superior, seeking permission to reconsider his choice. The answer is a resounding no. Now is not the time for such changes. Undeterred, he presses on, determined to prove what is possible. News of a disturbance reaches the police station, prompting Ward and Nick to respond. As they arrive at the scene, Ward faces not only the challenges of his duty, but also the judgment and skepticism of his human counterparts. Exiting his car, Nick brandishes a gun, surprising Ward. The stranger, sporting long hair and a beard, is forcibly seated in their vehicle. As the man begins speaking cryptically, both Ward and Nick struggle to comprehend his predictions. The mysterious man foretells a future where a man and an orc will emerge as saviors, uniting to rescue the world. Unaware of their potential destiny, Ward and Nick grapple with the significance of the prophecy. After detaining the enigmatic man, Ward encounters two fellow police officers who reveal a startling truth. They present evidence suggesting that when Ward fired a bullet, it was orchestrated by an orc. The officers express their willingness to support Ward's case, assuring him that the officer responsible would be held accountable. However, a shocking revelation unfolds. Nick, being an orc himself, had overseen the case, allowing the orc perpetrator to go free. The officers argue that justice should prevail regardless of species, challenging Ward to acknowledge the flaws in a system that permits favoritism based on shared identity, as he contemplates the ethical complexities of his situation. In the wake of the revelation about Nick's involvement, Ward is handed a recorder by the police officers, who implore him to gather evidence against his orc friend. Despite his initial trust in Nick, he reluctantly agrees to monitor his companion's conversations. As he grapples with the conflict within his friendship, it takes an unexpected turn. Two mysterious agents specializing in cases involving magic and predictions enter the prison. Puzzled by their presence, Ward is drawn into a world where magical elements and prophecies play a pivotal role. The agents question the bearded man, seeking to unravel the mystery behind his predictions. He shares that a lady, in pursuit of a magical stick, holds the key to averting an impending war. Tika, a girl possessing the sought-after magical stick, becomes a central figure in their plan to prevent the conflict. The bearded man proposes a strategy: locate Tika before the lady seeking the magical stick does. In doing so, they can control the impending war that threatens them all. He emphasizes the importance of using the magical stick to bring about a resolution, and halt the impending conflict that involves humans and orcs uniting to save humanity. Whereas, Ward and Nick receive a directive to investigate a place with unusual activities. Upon arrival, they find themselves under attack, engaging in a firefight that results in the loss of one of their own. The aggressor is eliminated, but the shocking discovery inside the place leaves them bewildered, charred corpses scattered everywhere. As they explore further, they come across a peculiar sight, a witch depicted on a wall. Uncertain about the significance of this eerie scene, they decide to contact the agent specializing in magical cases. While in the unsettling location, they sense someone fleeing. Chasing the mysterious figure, they eventually apprehend her, revealing her to be Tika, the elusive girl with the magical stick. The prophesied events unfold as the bearded man predicted. Tika, fearing for her safety and that of her magical stick, implores Ward to protect her from impending threats. As other police officers arrive at the scene, their eyes fixate on the magical stick, and greed takes hold of them. Proposing a sinister plan to kill Tika, and frame Nick for the murder, they envision immense wealth from selling the magical artifact. Ward vehemently opposes the idea, refusing to sacrifice a girl's life for monetary gain. In a decisive act, Ward shoots all the corrupt officers, putting an end to their sinister plot. In the aftermath, Nick approaches Ward, acknowledging the suspicions circulating against him. He explains that, as an orc, he possesses a heightened sense of smell, and has recognized the true perpetrator among the orcs brought to the scene. Reassuring him, Nick clarifies that he won't spare the actual culprit responsible for shooting Ward. He questions the motive behind harming an innocent person merely for the sake of approval, emphasizing his commitment to justice. The exchange between them underscores the complexities of trust, loyalty, and the struggle against corruption within the ranks of the police force. Meanwhile, a group of gangsters arrives, demanding the magical stick from Ward. Defiant, he refuses, leading to a tense standoff. The gangsters grow aggressive, prompting him to take evasive action. He, along with Nick and Tika, speeds away in a car, with the gangsters in hot pursuit, firing relentlessly. Thankfully, the car proves to be bulletproof, providing a shield against the continuous gunfire. As they drive, Tika urgently implores Ward to stop the car. Ignoring her pleas, Ward continues, only to collide with an invisible magical wall. The impact damages the car significantly, revealing the mystical barrier created by the magical stick. After the accident, the trio manages to escape, leaving the scene. Soon, a formidable witch arrives at the magical wall, realizing the absence of the magical stick. In a bizarre turn of events, she self-inflicts harm, hoping to gain the power to locate the elusive artifact. On another front, Ward and Nick find themselves in a confrontation with both the pursuing gang and the lingering threat of the magical stick. Agents arrive at the scene where the giant witch remains without the magical stick. Recognizing her vulnerability, the agents strategize to seize the opportunity, and retrieve the magical stick before the weakened witch can regain her strength. The plan is to control her, and prevent her from unleashing havoc. The narrative shifts to the biggest witch reaching a club, where Ward, Nick, and Tika are targeted by a gang. In a sudden turn of events, the witch eliminates the gang, causing chaos and destruction in the club. Seizing the chance, they make a swift escape. Ward reaches out for help, making a call to headquarters. However, his plea is met with a fatal bullet, leaving him alone in the pursuit of safety. Faced with betrayal, they flee, with the relentless pursuit of the powerful witch looming behind them. Ward engages in a fierce exchange of gunfire with the witch from his car. As they attempt to escape, orcs intercept their path, branding Nick a traitor. The orc leader instructs his son, who owes his life to Nick's earlier mercy, to shoot them. The son refuses, prompting the leader to take matters into his own hands. He shoots Nick, who plunges into a deep well. Tika, feeling responsible for their predicament, uses the magical stick to revive Nick. She reveals the true nature of the magical stick to Ward. She warns him about a lady seeking the stick who could awaken the devil, unleashing an uncontrollable and catastrophic war. With lines etched on Tika's face from the energy-draining use of the magical stick, she expresses the need to return home, to rejuvenate in a pond. Ward hesitates, warning her of the risks involved. Her house is a target, swarming with people, including the relentless lady pursuing the magical stick. Nick intervenes, urging Ward to take the risk to save Tika's life. Holding Tika in his arms, Ward decides to face the danger, and heads towards her house. As anticipated, a multitude of people, including the lady, converge on the scene. Amid the chaos, hidden adversaries lurk beneath tables and cling to walls. Ward and his companions improvise, grabbing rods from a gaming board to fend off the lady and her hidden allies. Ward grapples with the lady, attempting to subdue her, but she proves resilient. Despite her strength, Ward manages to eliminate the lady's companions. The struggle intensifies, revealing the perilous battle for control of the magical stick, and the potential unleashing of dark forces. With only the formidable lady remaining, defeating her proves challenging. Her rapid healing abilities thwart any attempts to inflict lasting harm. Ward carries Tika to a pond, its magical waters known for their healing properties, while a nearby tree's roots touch the enchanted water. As Tika immerses herself, the lady seizes the opportunity to claim the magical stick. In a burst of anger, Nick retaliates by shooting her hand, causing the stick to fall. Ward, poised to retrieve it, faces a dire warning from the lady, predicting his demise upon touching the stick. Unfazed, he accepts the risk, acknowledging that his sacrifice might bring an end to the lady's malevolence. Contrary to the lady's prediction, Ward remains unscathed upon picking up the magical stick. Nick realizes that Ward is an elf, explaining his resilience. The lady urges Ward to return the stick, but he refuses. Tika meanwhile encourages Ward, providing him with magical spells. Uttering these incantations, Ward transforms the lady into ashes, bringing an abrupt end to the prophesied war. With the defeat of the lady, Ward and Nick emerge as the saviors of humanity, fulfilling the prophecy. They are adorned with medals, symbolizing their heroism and the world's gratitude. The end. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you'd like to see more videos like this. Turn on the notifications, and leave a like to help the channel out.